Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Midwest Scumbag Podcast, Rising Revengeance Edition. You'll notice that this episode may not have the same themes and generally not the same feel as the last podcast. It's because we're rebranding. We're coming out of our proverbial shell to bring you a brand new experience.
That's right. Sometimes you have to just turn a new leaf in life, and with this show, we like to do that at least every, 5 or 6 episodes.
You know, a book wouldn't be good without chapters.
Yeah. And it's like a new chapter, but the breakdown of this chapter is that there's more chapters. Right?
Yeah, that's generally how books work.
Yeah.
Most books, I'm sure.
I don't know. I've never read a book. So
have you ever read a chapterless book?
No, actually. Now that you say that.
I'm not like including like instruction even those are kind of chaptered. Like really in-depth instruction manuals are.
You can break down, you can consider like underlined headings as chapter breaks. So a chapterless book would just be like, just as you would see, like a 9-page report on the ethics of weed killers or something. Like that would just be pretty chapterless. It would just be.
I guess. If you consider it like a research paper, but I guess that's how do you define a chapter?
But that's not like a book. Yeah.
You're right.
Shit. Huh. Is that like a Zen koan? Have you ever read a chapterless book and you just think about what that means?
I'm thinking about what it means right now. And I can tell you nothing comes to mind. I'm sure there's something out there. Folks, if you know, leave us a message.
Yeah. Leave us a message.
On any of the places where you can leave messages. If you know where to leave us a message, tell us.
Yeah.
Please. Let us know. We want to hear your voices.
Yeah, but we're rebranding the show, and
it's hard to follow. How long was that last podcast? Like 2 hours, 15 minutes?
Over 2.5.
Really?
2:36.
Felt like no time at all.
Yeah.
Talked about a lot of stuff in that last podcast. A lot of really important stuff, I think.
Yeah,
if you haven't listened to it, go listen to it now.
Yeah, it's not on. We were we were talking about it afterwards that I fucking bungled some of the audio balancing and shit with it, and
I was wearing my gamer headset that is not a noise canceling headset, so
yeah,
it was a little loud. Can kind of pick up Elliot on my audio.
Yeah, and then my own shit was messed up, and I didn't I balanced it out, but normally as I listen to it in my headphones, I have to do it at like 50%, make sure that it sounds good at 50, so then you can turn it up or down based on that. But I did it at 100%, so you could, or no.
So just don't listen to it
like
blaring.
Anyway.
Like if you play us in your car and you have like a really good sound system, just don't put it at 100.
Yeah.
Or max, whatever that might be.
Mm-hmm. As you sit in your car with like hot 7.10 Dolby super surround bass, and you just listen to our podcast with it, because that's what you do with really high quality audio.
It sounds pretty good coming out of my I have a sound bar. It sounds all right pretty much all the time.
Nice. A sound bar.
Yeah.
That's fancy.
I don't want a system because, I live in an apartment complex, so I can't really get away with something crazy. But a sound bar kind of it can get loud, but my neighbor's deaf, so
oh, that's cool.
Well, one of them is.
I mean, not like that's cool I'm sorry. I meant like it's cool for you.
So I have my
I prematurely jumped
in
and
like
said
on that side
cool.
of the room where they live.
Oh, okay. I bet they could feel it on the walls and stuff. I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know.
Anything.
Yeah. I never thought about that, nor will I continue to think about it.
No, it's okay. I will think about the idea of a sound bar, but instead of it
Definitely
being a
a
little
good
bar,
purchase.
it's like, yeah. I was imagining it as like a drink bar, but it's a sound bar. You know what I mean? You walk up and you're like, "Hey, sound tender, let me get 7 hertz of something." And he's like, "Here you go." And he puts a little speaker in front of you, and then you eat the speaker.
Like, I want a half and half classical and black metal. Please. Give me, or I mean, if we're going sounds, then like, okay, I want to hear a monkey and a giraffe
A monkey and a giraffe sound.
at the
And he's
same
like,
time.
really,
like,
he gives you the eyeball, and he's like, "That's the foreign reserve. You really want the monkey giraffe mix?" And you're like, "Come on."
I've heard all about it
look
on
like?
Facebook.
And he's like, "Fuck Facebook."
Get out of my sound bar. Don't ever return. Give me back your gamer headset. Complimentary.
You can't have headphones anymore.
Have to give him my little my sound bar discount card. I was
Yeah,
a
are
VIP
you-
member.
Soundbar club member.
And I knew not to bring up social media, but I did it anyway. I've had enough of this shit. When I
it's
want
right
a monkey
there on the
giraffe,
back
I
of the
want a
card.
monkey giraffe.
This motherfucker walks in here and orders whale sounds every night.
You know, I mean, it's as outlandish as this idea sounds. There are like bars that give you shots of different types of air, I want to say.
Oh, dude, I've heard of that. As like, they're like, what, fusion or something?
Yeah.
Fission.
It's like, this is vodka, but it's like a vodka mist or something, and they blow it into a glass, and you drink it. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it's like, it's a, you know, a vapor, and then when you put it in your mouth, it turns into a liquid, maybe.
Huh. Yeah.
But like, you know,
know
stuff
enough
like that
about
exists.
it,
So why not a sound bar? Why not a place where you can go and like there's a, you know, it's not like a booth. It's like you go up and sit at a table and you order whatever. I want to listen to Top 100 Classic Rock, please.
And not Alice in Chains.
None. Better not put any Kiss on there either.
Or like, yeah, it would, or eventually once we figure out how to do like in Metalocalypse with where they they liquefy sound.
Oh
It's
yeah,
like they record their second album on pure water or something.
underneath water, like it's the.
And they just get like trashed and drink it and water their plants with their album and all the shit. But it would be like that, where you would go in and because eventually they would make sounds illegal. And
That's
the
a
only way
thought.
you could experience audio is in a sound bar. Now it's a dystopian future situation.
Yeah, that would be pretty
That's
dystopian.
where-
Like the government controls the sounds that you can hear.
Mhm,
Like everybody at birth, their ears are punctured, and then they get implanted with like a synthetic eardrum,
Ooh.
and they can only hear the things that are approved. Everything else is censored.
Oh, that's fucked. Like there's a certain frequency of propaganda that they've tweaked to just the right kind of thing, and you're forced to only ingest the kind of information and sound specifically that they want you to ingest.
Yeah, and it would be very hard to dissent. Like it'd be people that come up with some sort of ASL or ASL equivalent. They would be the ones getting arrested.
Mm-hmm.
Unless they did your eyes too, but that would be a whole other thing.
That'd be tough. I think in the setting of this story, they would have the ear thing implemented and worked out, but they don't have the eyes yet.
Yeah, that would have to be like book 2 or 3, as they finally have the protagonists have figured out, a way to finally combat the hearing, and then all of a sudden people are being born with their eyes replaced with robot eyes that only see what the government wants them to see. I would like to think that their ears are cut off too and replaced with robot ears.
Ooh, yeah. 100% robot ears. And then you would walk around and you would see the people without ears, and they would have been the ones who were like the rebel group who cut their ears off, and had somebody pull out their whatever propaganda frequency machine in their ear.
Different from the people that were able to hide from the government. They have their ears. They're the Trueborn.
Oh, yeah.
They have 3 different factions vying for power.
Ooh. This is legitimately it's fleshing out to be a pretty
copyright
good idea.
Copyright.
Yeah, nobody can take this. Holy
Trademarked. You just have to say it out loud, and no one can take it from you.
Nobody can take it. That's correct. I figure one of the twists in the book too would be one of the characters would have been implanted, or only had one implant in one ear, and then he starts getting headaches or whatever, and then the rebel group comes in and they like take it out, and he's watching TV at the beginning of the story, and there's some politician, and he has this buttery smooth charismatic voice, and he's like, "We're gonna change the world, it's gonna be fantastic." And then they go and get their thing popped out of their ears, and then he watches the speech again, and it's like, "Yeah, we're gonna fucking kill everybody." Like something like that. And that would fucking, plot twist. They can control what you hear through, I don't know, yeah.
That's all you're getting, folks. That's it.
Yep,
no more.
That's the end. If you want more of that story, you have to write it yourself, and then credit us.
In the front page. Our names, and also you have to credit the podcast and our Twitter handles. I would also
which totally
like
exist.
At least a quarter of the page dedicated to a face shot. Not my face though. I'd want it to be probably Al Gore.
Yeah, he has a good face.
Yeah.
For
You'd have to have like a little disclaimer that Al Gore in no way endorses this book. But that's all I ask.
Instances of Al Gore are coincidental, and
but also on the top of the image it'd have to say Al Gore endorses this book. And then a little disclaimer at the bottom. Al Gore does not endorse this book.
Shoot. Yeah. That's what I've been thinking about lately.
Yeah.
I don't know how we got there. Welcome to... Fuck, that was just the intro, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Rising Revengeance edition of Midwest Scumbags.
That's right. We're back, and we're never going to talk about Metal Gear ever again.
That was all you get. That and what the title of this podcast is. Well, this episode.
Mm-hmm.
But only this episode. This will be the only episode. We're going to make a new podcast channel called The Midwest Scumbag Rising Revengeance, and this will be the only episode on it.
Ooh, that's a good... Yeah, and that alternate channel would be the one that gets really popular and famous.
Yeah, it would. Totally. So that's how it works.
We would still be cranking out episodes over here on Midwest Scum Classic, and...
Only true Midwest scumbags know what the name of the podcast is. No, they know how to find it.
Yeah, they know how to find it.
They obviously do.
Yeah. Who is they again? Who are we talking about?
The fans, our loyal fans of the other podcast.
Oh
The
yeah,
true
yeah.
Midwest Scumbag podcast, Super Show, Deluxe. But we haven't made,
the real
we have
podcast,
made that one,
yeah.
but they're all private. That one's actually been going on for about 6 years.
Mm-hmm.
We have a very selective clientele.
Yeah, they pay us a very specific fee under the table to just, record an episode a week, specifically for them. And you can do that too. If you contact us at however you contact us on social media, I am willing to sell my voice for money. I was thinking about it the other night that I should do some voice training and then get into the ASMR business before it goes tits up.
I like you went to ASMR and because I thought you were going into voice acting.
Oh no.
I thought that's where that was going to lead. But hey, ASMR is cool too. I mean, there are people that
ASMR
make
is the
tons
first
of money
step.
doing it, just getting really close to their mic and talking to you like you're a little bitch.
Honestly, that
Yeah.
is a topic that you can listen to. If you really just want somebody to talk down to you for 40 minutes, you can do that. And I figure, there's somebody out there who wants me to speak directly to them, right?
Yeah, personally,
There has to be, right?
really get up in their psyche.
Yeah. Just all up in that brain, girl. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, baby.
Yeah.
That was just a teaser, folks.
That was a freebie.
Yeah.
That was
If that's what you want, get in contact with Elliot any way you know how.
That's right. You can find me very easily. If scammers can find me, which they have, they found me. So
I
you guys
find
can
everybody.
find me too. I don't care. Yeah, that's true. They do find everybody.
So
Eventually.
ASMR. Why,
Yeah, I was just thinking. I just thought it would be fun to get into. I don't know,
that over voice acting. I was thinking voice acting.
I would totally love to get into voice acting for sure.
I'm sure the field is very saturated.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I couldn't say, but
and it's tough. I'm sure it's a lot harder work than it seems, for sure. There's sort of like comedy. It's a lot harder to do comedy than it looks. It looks like just talking and stuff, and you're like, oh, I've been talking my whole life. I could probably narrate something, but I don't know. I need to actually do some training or practice or something. But
yeah, I have very limited vocal. I mean, besides in school, we did music and stuff. That kind of vocal training, theater, a little theater.
Yeah.
That kind of vocal training. I know how to project my voice, but that's not something. I mean, is that something you do in voice act? I guess you do.
I suppose, yeah, depending on the the recording booth setup.
What they need. I'm sure it's more how many voices can you do well for extended periods of time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it's a lot of takes of just whatever. It's
unless you're Yuri Lowenthal and you do the same voice every time just because. But he's an industry icon. He can get away with it at this point.
Yeah.
It's like when you're watching a dub and you hear that and you're like, oh, that's fucking Yuri Lowenthal. Of course it is.
Exactly.
But he has done other, he has done other voices and stuff, but there is one voice that he does a lot, and there's always different inflections on it.
Mm-hmm,
That's probably the marking of a good voice actor is when you can recognize them, because you don't have a face to a name, and I know a lot of people are visual with that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Some people are good with names, some people are better at associating names with faces.
Uh-huh.
And you don't get the face with a voice actor unless you go out, unless they have headshots or they have social media presence with their face on it. Some voice actors nowadays don't.
Yeah. Yeah, you could totally get away with being a faceless voice actor if you wanted. Especially with today's technology and stuff, man. You could literally probably do everything at home, minus whatever tech equipment it is in a recording studio. I've never been inside a recording studio, everybody. So that's on my bucket list. I want to go into, I don't know, where they recorded, I don't know.
Shrek.
That'd be cool. That's pretty iconic. That's a good...
Or the better version, Shrek 2. Shrek 2 is like the
Shrek
Terminator
2.
2. I've heard it described as the Terminator 2 of Shrek.
It
Like, the first is good, but the second is really where
the second is where it's at,
yeah,
dude. Shrek
so
2
good.
fucking rules. It's so good. I've watched it a million times, and it holds up. It still holds up.
It was one of those movies when my brother was young enough, it would be one that we'd play constantly. I never got tired of watching it. I really didn't. Even Shrek 1 was kind of like that. It was, all right, fine.
Yeah, Shrek 2 was a go-to movie to watch at school when we were doing, like, I think, like, exam weeks or something like that, where we would have super heavy tests in some classes, and then other classes it would be like, you still have to go to math, even though you have a big, huge English test today. So the math teacher would be like, okay, you guys, we're just going to watch Shrek. Like, don't... I'm not going to exhaust your brain by trying to cram XY plus Y minus X equals 7 while you're thinking about, I don't know, 5th grade English stuff. I forget what I read in 5th grade.
Remember. I don't think I watched...
I don't know.
I feel like I probably did. I remember Ice Age was one that was like my school's go-to movie.
Oh, Ice Age, yeah.
But
that was a good one. I got sick of
yeah,
Ice Age.
I mean,
unfortunately,
it's not as good as Shrek.
I liked it, but
On a scale of 1 to Shrek, it's
Shrek.
like
I never got rid of Shrek.
And that's not counting Shrek 2.
On a
I'm not
scale of
counting
1 to
2 because
Shrek.
There's a whole other scale after that.
That's the smaller scale, yeah. On a scale of 1 to Shrek, 2 is like, it includes the
like
scale of 1 to
2,
Shrek.
3, maybe.
But, yeah, it'd be a stacked. Yeah. Speaking of movies we watched a billion times. One of the movies that was like, I think it was probably just a comfort movie for me or whatever, but like, you know, when you're a small child and your parents would put something on TV and you would just watch it, the movie that would always make me sit down and just watch, it was the live action Casper movie. Do you remember that movie?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. That movie had me enthralled, dude. I don't know. Like, I think back on it now. I haven't watched it.
It's kind of dark. I mean,
literally 20 years.
I mean, the whole premise is dark.
Yeah,
he's a dead kid.
it was he's a dead
and he's
kid.
trying to come back to life.
Yeah,
He's-
the idea
they're
of,
trying to play
like-
God. Because they have the whole Lazarus machine.
Yeah.
that is supposed to bring him back, turn a ghost into a human. And he has his like brother Stinky.
Yeah.
And Pete, and like, remember Fat Guy. I don't.
The Boo Brothers, right? Because they were
they're
they
like
were
his
different,
uncles
but
or
they were
something.
pretty much what Scooby-Doo. Yeah, Scooby-Doo meets the Boo Brothers, but they were related. They were related to Casper.
Weren't they in the
some
movie?
regard.
The live?
I can't remember.
Or am I thinking of the same one you are? Yeah.
They were. They
There
did
was
show
like the
up
skinny
in the
one. There was
in
like
it.
one that farted, and there was a fat one.
Yeah, and the big fat one who was like, he got stuck as he was trying to get, when they like sucked him
Oh
back
God,
into the
yeah.
machine. at
Man,
the
I
end,
haven't
or-
thought about this movie, but I
when he got
remember that
stuck.
now. Wow.
I know. Yeah, there was like a cool little roller coaster minecart thing inside their house. That was I don't know. That movie really just it grabbed me. I need to rewatch it and evaluate maybe with an adult mind like, why I was so enthralled.
I remember it, but I must have been really young when I watched it. I remember watching it. I remember watching it a lot, but it came out in '95, so
Yeah.
So
Oh,
I
wow.
would have been pretty young.
So the VHS would have been out by like 96.
I'm looking at the IMDb right now. I just wanted to see Christina Ricci.
Nice.
It's Kathleen.
Yeah. Christina Ricci, yeah. I remember, that's how I remember her from, there was some werewolf movie that she was in, and I was like, oh, that's the chick from Casper. And then she was in it with the dude from Mighty Ducks.
The one that was on heroin?
I can't remember the name of that movie.
One.
Maybe. I don't know. It was Captain Charlie.
Ugh.
I can't remember his name. He's on, I think he's on one of the NCISs now.
Yeah, I think I watched Mighty Ducks maybe once. Once I saw it wasn't like the animated show, I was not about it.
You're like, what the fuck is this sports shit? They're not literal ducks, they're just kids.
Okay, and to go from that to the fucking movie, I didn't know the movie. I'm pretty sure the movie came first, and to go from that to that, it was just like, what? This is some fucking sports movie?
Yeah, but that is kind of disappointing. It
kind of has that, The Sandlot, It'd be like if there was a cool fucking...
That's a trilogy, baby.
It was The Sandlot, but they were all ninjas. And they had a mech underneath the baseball. And you watch that first, then you go and watch the movie, and it's like, what's this whole shit with the dog? I don't care. Where's the fucking...
Yeah. They're just normal fucking kids playing baseball.
Boring.
This is stupid. It's a beautiful analogy. Fuck, now I want a Sandlot, Ninja Sandlot.
That'd be the name.
That sounds
That's
awesome.
the name. We should pitch this. God, we're giving away too many good ideas on this show.
Dude, what the fuck? We've been saving it up. We had to focus so much on Metal Gear.
People our age are nostalgic for the 90s, even though we were just kids. But
yeah,
so let's bring reboot the Sandlot, but let's make it more 90s than it was.
But make it Ninja Sand.
Because we're American. We know all about ninjas.
That's beautiful. I like that.
Obviously.
We pretty much invented ninjas, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
That's America, baby. We just take everything. We are the globe. Global
Ninja Turtles
force.
Is a very popular
we
franchise.
We are the culture.
It's the premise, if you just explain it to somebody that's never heard it.
Yeah.
Speaking of, and that also had kind of a reverse, because then the movies came after, right? And those were genuinely terrifying. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, the live action movies.
I did too.
I love the live action movies. They were fucking great. They were terrifying. The body suits. Yeah, it was.
I guess the theme of this
fucking
episode
awesome.
is the 90s.
But I guess so. I
don't remember
back in the 90s.
We're definitely showing our age. I was a child throughout the 90s.
Yeah, 100%. I wasn't forming memories until 96, 97.
That sounds about right.
So, and then even then it was you're running around as a 2 or 3 year old, and everything is gigantic. So it's one of those man. Remember how everything used to be so big back in the day? Why is everything shrinking? It's those kind of memories. So it's hazy. And then you add 20 plus years of abusing my body with alcohol and whippets and
birthday cake flavored vodka and other birthday cake flavored. There's tons of birthday cake flavored shit out there. There really is. It's when did that become a flavor?
Dude, there is. I don't know, but it's super popular. Maybe it's a collective showing of where we are as a culture. Birthday cake is something that you would only have on your birthday. It was special. It was oh, this is a special moment. And then somewhere along the way, people were like, I want that special moment all the time. Instead of just once a year.
I want it in my cupcakes.
I want it now.
I want it in my coffee creamer. I want it in my...
Yeah, I want it in my power bars.
My protein
and
mix.
fucking...
It has to be birthday cake flavored, or else I can't... I don't understand. It's one of those weird flavors. I just don't get it. And since we talked about it that one episode, whenever I go grocery shopping, I'm like not even looking for it, but there it is. I see it everywhere. It's like, why?
Dude, me too. It's like
the fact that it was able to get to vodka. I mean,
they got it. They got to vodka. That's a big win for the Birthday Cake Flavor Corporation.
Birthday cake.
Big birthday cake. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe it's not society who is demanding birthday cake flavoring. Maybe it's just birthday cake companies that are like, we're only getting money once a year from people, so we need to up that.
Jeez, so there's like a global elite of people in that whole positions, power in various industries, like the alcohol liquor industry, the confectionery treat industry, the coffee creamer industry,
right? And
they all have like,
oh, dude, coffee creamer industry is huge.
People love that shit.
Oh man, yeah. And then they're all in tandem with like the, I don't know, flavor extract companies. Whoever is like making the flavorings to infuse into whatever product.
Is their birthday cake flavored like nicotine?
I was just thinking like birthday cake flavored blunt wraps. I think I think it's possible.
I was thinking like a vape flavor.
Oh, 100% there's birthday cake flavored vapes. Yeah. That's an easy flavor to make.
The birthday cake flavor. What is birthday cake? What I would like to know what the ingredients to birthday cake is. Not to make one, but to get the flavor.
Yeah, it's weird because it's like vanilla, but it's not really vanilla. There's something. It's like the flavor of sprinkles, and I don't know what the flavor of sprinkles is other than sprinkles, right? How do you describe that?
It's just the flavor of sweet.
Yeah. It's just sugary with a. It's like the flavor of just artificial color mix. I guess it has that weird sort of it's sort of a creamy umami. You know what I mean? A real creamy umami. It's real earthy. It has lots of aftertones of marzipan and banana cream. I'm just saying.
No, sorry. I was legitimately curious, so I was Googling birthday cake flavor ingredient. I made sure to specify flavor. Vanilla flavor, and you're right. Vanilla flavored nougat and colorful sprinkles covered in rich milk chocolate is what it's supposed to taste like.
Okay. The chocolate part is what I missed. So yeah, vanilla and sprinkles and.
Where did birthday cake flavored come from? And the first sentence, following the war. That's all I'm gonna say. So this is old. Sometime in following the war.
Holy shit!
War, but
yeah, we haven't referred to any of our military occupations as wars, and since since World War II, right? Because Vietnam was just
I assume this is after World War II. Box cake mix took off in supermarkets. That's the next line. So it stemmed from there, and then it eventually grew into a monster that we know today as the birthday cake revolution.
Oh. So So the Birthday Cake Corporation it's a boomer
I mean, it's
organization.
It's very old.
Literally
Formed after World War II.
literally
The
a baby
Birthday
boomer
Cake
thing.
Alliance.
Yeah. The Birthday Cake Alliance. Where
They're like the philosophers. And then they eventually, like, they changed their name. It's not because they was too on the nose.
Yeah. The Birthday Cake Alliance. And there's the main, like, the elders of the Birthday Cake Alliance, and there's one who has robes that sort of represent a buttercream vanilla, and then the robes of someone who's like a devil's
So they're all
food
different forms
with the velvety
they're all like
chocolate.
all these different flavors that together
Yeah, the
make
big
the birthday
cakes.
cake.
Mm-hmm.
Because a birthday cake is
Yeah,
ambiguous.
the carrot cake guy.
The birthday cake is the will of whoever it's whatever you want it to be. You like cheesecake? Cheesecake can be birthday cake flavored.
Oh God, I forgot about cheesecake.
Carrot
I love
cake, birthday
cheesecake, but birthday
That would
cake
actually be
flavored
pretty good.
cheesecake, ew.
I think that might be tasty.
Oh, a carrot cake flavored?
No, a birthday
cheesecake?
cake flavored cheesecake.
No, would you say? Oh, I don't think it would.
At least
but-
dressed up to be like a birthday
I don't know.
cake.
Yeah, it would. I think the texture thing would fuck with me if it was a cheesecake, because I love some cheesecake, and it's that soft, cheesy
Sure.
texture that I love. So if I bite into that, but there's like a layer of frosting on top and sprinkles, like I don't know. It's not for me.
I would try
It's not
it.
for me.
I
Is
would
all
at
I'm
least
saying.
try
I like if somebody put a slice of it in front
Like
of
if your
me,
mom
I
came
wouldn't
over
like
and she's
spit
like, I
on
know
it
this
and
is
say
your
"fuck
favorite on your
you."
birthday. Would you eat it in front of your mom?
Yeah,
Would you
yeah, I
make a face?
probably would. And I would probably
Yeah.
say this is really good, and be like, "Thanks, I really appreciate it. I'm glad that you love me so much to know that I am a big fan of birthday
Turns
cake
out your mom is working for them,
flavored shit."
and she was just testing you,
Oh.
making sure that you consume it.
Mm-hmm. And it would be the day that I refuse, and I'm like, "No, Mom, I'm tired of eating birthday cake flavored stuff." And she's like, "No," and like Fox Die.
that would be
activates in
that would be
her.
the alternate
And then,
choice
and then
if you didn't eat it.
mm-hmm. And you, and then you start going through her things, and then you find like the card for like the Birthday Cake Alliance, and you're like, "What the fuck?" And it starts a whole national treasure type of or hunt to find the truth of the
Yeah,
of
'cause
the birthday cake.
they're like the Illuminati, basically. They're
Yeah,
the new world
it would
order.
be like the
new
Illuminati.
birthday cake world order. And yeah, you would eventually find their hideout, and they're all like old men hooked up to machines that like they're all hooked up to one machine that's
Yeah,
shaped like a birthday cake, but like a 3-layer birthday cake. And so their AI is all combined
it's
into
just
one.
pumping them full.
This giant birthday cake.
Oh, and yeah, as the character finds out about it, and the cake, there's like eyes that pop out in the cake, and they're like,
Could you imagine if, like, part of finding that, like, in that little cave they're hiding in, there's, like, cave paintings by cavemen, there's giant birthday cake. They're all worshiping it. Like, it goes far back. It goes really
Like you see
far
the
back.
pyramids.
Because yeah, if you cut off the side, like if you like level out each side, and if you were to like level out each individual row, it would look like a big giant birthday cake. All the pyramids would.
That's right.
And it's
That's
like there's
right.
pyramids in South America. They were the ones that had it right, because theirs looked more like a traditional birthday cake.
Ooh.
But
Mm-hmm,
it goes far back, man. That would be the truth. That's the truth. Like that's that was the first thing that came out in Google. That's what they want me. They want me to think it only started in the 60s.
That's the cover story.
Way back.
That's right. That's
like,
the official narrative that they want you to believe is that it was a baby boomer creation. But no. Back to the dawn of man.
Oh man.
Birthday cake and man arose from the ashes at the same time.
Of that picture of what is it, Adam and God? They're touching fingers, but it's really they're like both holding up a birthday cake. That's the because birthday cake is the bridge between heaven and earth. That's the or it's the key. It's the gateway.
It's the key. It is the key. Wow, that goes fucking deep as hell. Shit. Maybe our Whippet man, maybe he's on to something. This was just backstory.
Maybe
he is.
Maybe he's the key. Maybe he's like the chosen one. But they haven't invented birthday cake flavored Whippets yet.
They.
So once you combine the birthday cake flavored Whippet with the birthday cake flavored vodka, two things that shouldn't exist, and you combine them, it makes something new, something that's never existed.
Ooh.
It's like the unholy union between a devil and an angel. In that, it opens up your third eye, which is like a candle.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah. Do you think you think the human body could handle all that birthday cake pure energy?
Oh man.
In essence.
It would create birthday cake energy.
You would instantly
It would be like a new element.
Yeah, you would instantly become enlightened.
Yeah.
What? It's like it turns you into like a King Midas type figure, and everything you touch turns into birthday cake.
That knowledge comes with the curse. You know heaven, you know earth, you know what lies below, but you can't. Everything you touch turns to cake. You can't. No one wants to get near you, so you can't share their secrets. That's turmoil.
Yeah, every time you try to pick up a pen to write down your life story, cake.
Water, cake.
Crumbles, just cake. But it's like a really moist cake if you turn water into. I assume everything that you would touch would maintain a little bit of the properties of the thing, but it would just be in cake form. So like you touch a straight up brick and it would turn into cake, but it would be a real thick, like a pound cake kind of birthday cake. Or if you touch your touch like a fishing net and it would turn into cake, but it would be a real stringy kind of like wrapped in frosting, maybe fondant.
Fondant is gross.
Perhaps.
Fondant does not belong in a
hold
birthday
it together.
cake.
I don't know if I've ever had it.
I mean, it just tastes like sugar. I think that's basically all it is. Just sugar that you can mold.
It's just sugar. I've seen it a lot on like cake making shows. It's a big deal.
I assure you, those cakes don't taste very good with all the fondant on them. I've had a cake with fondant on it.
Oh man,
it was a wedding cake, and it looked really good. I mean, it was very nice, but man, it did. I mean, it tasted like cake, but all that it just has a weird texture to it.
Yeah, it's like just like a thick frosting, right? Kind of a. Like a cold frosting of a cinnamon roll. Maybe.
I want to say that. I don't know, but I just know I didn't care for it. Sugar, water, and corn
That's
syrup.
Fair.
That's all it is.
Ugh.
Yeah.
So it's literally just
gelatin
sugar
and glycerin sometimes is added to sculpt and shape. So yeah, I can see why.
Sugar craft.
Not for me. That's the anti-birthday cake.
It's the only thing that can save us from birthday cake is to cover it up with the taste of fondant. Fondant? I don't know how to even pronounce it, is the thing.
Fondant. Fondant.
Fondant.
Get that fucking fondant off my fucking birthday cake. I fucking told you.
God damn it, Jackie G. You come home with that fucking birthday cake with the goddamn fondant.
Said no fucking fondant, Jackie. I can barely
take this
taste
back
the birthday
right
cake.
now. But she's saying that, but she's biting into the cake, but there's also like, she has like an energy drink that's birthday cake flavored, like Monster, that's a giant can of it next to her, and then there's a like a granola bar that's birthday cake flavored granola. And she's complaining about the cake not having enough birthday cake flavor.
There's too much goddamn fondant on it.
Because there's a tipping point.
She told her.
Mm-hmm. You think there's a tipping point in the birthday cake addiction? Like, you step your toes into it, and you're like, oh yeah, I'll try this birthday cake flavored Cliff Bar or whatever, and then you start buying one of those like every day, and then eventually you just can't get enough birthday cake flavor shit, and then yeah, yeah, you're starting to buy the bulk industrial birthday cake flavoring mix or something, whatever the companies get.
Oh,
from
you buy it wholesale.
The extract companies. Yeah, you buy it wholesale. And you just start mixing it into everything that you eat. Like, you have a cup of black coffee and you just dump 2 or 3, 4 spoonfuls of birthday cake flavoring in it.
Like a half and half mix of birthday cake flavored ketchup and birthday cake flavored mustard to put on your hot dogs that you, instead of like sugar or whatever you put in them, you put a birthday cake flavored sugar to make birthday cake flavored hot dogs with birthday cake flavored hot dog buns you made from birthday cake flavored yeast.
Oh, birthday cake flavored yeast. Damn, it gets fucking micro level.
Biomolecular
it
birthday
permeates.
Cake. That's the world they want. That's the world we're trying to save you people from.
That's what we don't want. We're trying to open your eyes to this eventual future.
Just pay attention.
Everybody.
Next time you go shopping, just look for it. You'll see it. You'll see it almost everywhere.
Yeah. You probably will. You'll start seeing it, and then you'll start taking pictures and trying to tweet us about it. Please do that.
Hashtag birthday cake conspiracy.
Get it trending.
2022. We
It's
want to let
on.
them know what year.
We
figured it out.
We figured it out.
We had a hunch in 2021, but we really did our research, dug in. This is a world first.
That's right.
You probably should have said that at the beginning of the episode, but I didn't really think we knew where it was going to go.
I didn't
think we would talk about birthday cakes for like 20 minutes. But we did. And that's the kind of quality that you can expect from the Midwest Scumbag Rising Revengeance podcast. Episode 1.
That is correct. I imagine that there was somebody out there who's a listener who's like, yeah, I really like their show, but once they get into the birthday cake stuff, I just tune out, and they've just been tuned out this entire episode.
But he's the one we need to reach out to the most. He's the one that needs to know. Because he's the one that's resistant to it. He's the chosen one. He's the one that will lead us against the birthday cake evil empire. So please, if you're listening, help us. We can't do this without you.
Tasukete,
indeed, my friend.
Yeah. Speaking of Twitter. There's this take. I have to get real. I have a hot take that I have to get out. This is a classic throwback. Elon Musk is in the news, right? He makes a tweet about, he basically says he thinks that Wellbutrin is like worse than Adderall in his opinion, right? And as a person who takes the generic form of Wellbutrin, I just don't think he's right.
He thinks it's worse than Adderall?
As
Adderall that's actively abused by a lot of people, and Wellbutrin. I've never heard of anybody abusing Wellbutrin.
Yeah. Right? Like, I know that it has... There's an ability to abuse any fucking
Sure, but it's
drug,
not like the high's good.
So...
Can't be.
Yeah, probably not, And... it's his opinion. I just think his opinion's wrong. As somebody who has, like... I haven't ever found the right chemical balance of antidepressants or whatever to, fix my brain. But Wellbutrin is like a solid first step for me, because it's like I don't know, to get real, when you got the sad brain and you don't want to fucking move your body at all, and then like you'll feel bad about not moving your body at all. So sometimes you need a little bit of that fucking stimulant, and that's what it is. It's a stimulant. So yeah, it can be abused and stuff, but I think it's done more good than it has done harm. But I guess I don't have a whole bunch of friends who also take it and tell me that they're abusing it or whatever. So
that's
I don't know.
That's,
like,
it's used for like to help you quit smoking, right? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it is used as a smoking cessation too.
But also an antidepressant or a non-antidepressant, but I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
But I know it's used for, and I know it's used to make the brain happy. Or not sad.
Yeah, I want to say it's a hybrid type of, it's not a standard SSRI. It has something to do with dopamine reuptake or something like that.
Dopamine reuptake inhibitors, baby.
Yeah, I think it's something like that, but it's worked better for me than traditional SSRIs, so I don't know. Just from my experience, I haven't had any issues on it, and it's been pretty beneficial to me. But maybe it's worse than Adderall.
Maybe
I don't
Elon's
know.
just trying to manipulate stocks again.
That is, that's very possible.
I assume that the pharmaceutical companies are publicly traded. I want to say. I couldn't tell you what companies make Adderall,
I think so.
What companies make Wellbutrin, and all the, generics, off-brand, whatever you call it, the cheapo version, the ones for poor people.
Yeah, which is what I take.
I mean, they're chemically the same thing.
I gotta pay brand name fucking shit. Yeah.
But yeah, that'd be interesting to know if they're made by different companies, and he's like, well, I don't like Wellbutrin. Now he's the owner of Twitter, so... Or will be. He'll be the god emperor.
So I wonder if
the
there's...
tweets. He's going to ban all the furries and all the anime profile pictures. He's going to bring us the promised land.
He's going to institute the Wild West. Get everything crazy again.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be anything more than just a big PR thing for him. I mean, he definitely is going to buy it. Like, seems to be guaranteed.
Yeah, I think it's gone through and everything. There's some shit going down with it still, but which is cool. It made me consider like signing back up for Twitter, and then I'm like, nah, I honestly don't really care enough to fucking do that.
It's a weird place.
So.
I mean, you can go to some really weird places on Twitter. I've seen them.
Yeah. Well, since they stopped porn on Tumblr, a lot of the porn stuff went to Twitter. I think.
A lot of
I
mean, there's some really weird places of Twitter that you can go if you just like. when I used to, I would see somebody on my feed, I'd be like, okay, check them out, look at their comments, and there would be somebody else big in the same community, so I'd go check them out, and then eventually you just go down a rabbit hole, and suddenly you're looking at like vor pics of, stuff like that.
Oh God.
Like really weird stuff. People
yeah.
advocating for pedophilia. A lot of just really nasty stuff that is.
Jesus Christ.
Weird. It's weird that there are communities that are built around. You can have a community built around almost anything, and there's almost always a safe place for it. Discord is a big one.
Yuck.
There are a lot of, you always...
Yeah, you were saying something about it, right?
I mean, just in the sense that you can literally create a Discord server and... for anything. I mean, we have one, another one, a private one that we won't share with anybody that is themed after something really funny to us. But it's just for us, but...
It's actually pretty funny.
Imagine us opening that and we're like, this is what that thing is, specific related Discord server, but we're not officially affiliated with them, and then eventually you have to go private because the mods are starting to groom people. Not us. Not in our theoretical one. We wouldn't do that. Ours would be hilarious if we actually opened it.
Not in our
and we
actually it would, but I've said some bad shit in text form, you guys. I'm a human being. I'm sorry. That
seems to be the big thing is people will start up these communities. Something really innocuous like, I want to start up a community for this Roblox game that I really like, but you're a 34-year-old man. And I mean, who's the target audience for that? Roblox.
God, Roblox, like 12-year-olds maybe? I don't know. I've never played it.
You advertise that as a server dedicated to it, not affiliated with, or even like,
the official,
and not even that. I mean, just general groups for it. I mean, you'll get all kinds. It's just, it's really easy to prey on people in that kind of setting. It's very personal.
Yeah.
It's not like the forums of days of yore. I mean, it could get personal, of course. Like, have a power tripping forum administrator, and he bans everything you say. But it's a lot different nowadays when you can just directly talk to somebody like that.
Yeah. Or you can just straight up slide up in them DMs and be a gross.
And it happens a lot. It's
yucky.
good. A lot of people. I mean, it's good that we know that it happens a lot because people eventually come out and say stuff about it. But I guess if we're doing hot takes, that would be my hot take. I think like using Discord as a means to communicate with a content creator or anything I think it's kind of cringe.
Yeah. That's totally fair.
I see it just more as gaming with the bros. That's all I really want to use it for. I don't want to use it as my social media.
Works like, yeah, right? I have enough of, like, one
and
thing
there is
that
some,
I use,
like,
so
I guess there's a thing with anonymity using Discord as opposed, it's kind of like Reddit. You don't have to.
Yeah, that's true.
Our username and a funny profile pic now. I guess they do that. Same with Discord. You're just, your whatever name you chose. Hope you didn't leak your email to it, because that's a good way to get doxxed. But they make you leak your email to it, so just don't be dumb and post in servers you don't want your email associated with.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
or
public
just,
ones, not
have
private.
backup emails, or
I mean, those private ones, they're obviously logged somewhere, but because everything is.
Yeah. Exactly.
And that's why you should use a VPN.
Everything is logged.
This episode is sponsored by NordVPN. That would have been a good segue, though, right?
God damn, yep, that would have been a good way to cap the episode off.
NordVPN.
Sponsor
Anybody.
us. Guys, we are ready to sell out.
I will shill your product as long as it's like not, I have some stipulations, but I'll shill most anything.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll sell tampons, dude. I don't care. I'll read an ad for, I don't know, like, I don't know. I
Ridge
can't even
Wallet
think of something
or,
like embarrassing.
What's that stupid fucking mobile game?
Oh, that one. I don't even want to say its name, but I know what you're talking about. That's how much I despise it, is that we talk shit on advertising companies and we'll say their
something
names,
like
but
Raid,
I don't even
Shadow
want to say
Legends,
so
something like that.
God
it looks
damn
like
it.
It's super
Something
cool, but it's really just
exactly
another one
like
of those
that.
gotcha turn-based.
Mm-hmm.
And then once you get through the free stuff, you have to wait like 30 minutes, and then it gets higher every single time. I know. I played. I bought into it. I played the stupid Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes up until a point when it was like,
Ooh.
yeah, I'm gonna need to pay real money if I want to do any of the like competitive stuff. So no, I uninstalled it. Same with Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links.
Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, man. That's a good game.
It was gated.
Fuck, you had to pay
At least
money to
competitive was gated
and then
behind real money. If you wanted to be competitive,
definitely.
I should say.
Mm-hmm. And it was a really big thing to like follow the meta of competitive. You had to be on top of it.
And then they release a new pack or a new update, and the meta changes. It shifts. So then all the cards that you got from the last
you
update
gotta go and
are not worthless, but
yeah, like they'll wreck the older ones.
It's a slippery slope. Gotcha gaming.
That's right. But man, do those bells and whistles,
that Skinner
do they
box,
get me
man.
Sometimes.
Yep.
They sure
it
do.
works.
Yep.
That's why the mobile gaming industry is like
It sure
makes
does.
billions more than, like hundreds of billions more than like the standard video game AAA. It's like on a scale of that. I mean, Candy Crush alone was like made billions of dollars for it's just a match 3.
Oh my god.
It's Bejeweled.
Yeah, it was Bejeweled. They took Bejeweled and put it on a phone and made so much money. Holy shit. That's madness. Do you think they knew that going into it? That they were like, hey, let's just fucking...
For them...
They're like, it couldn't have been
their
a
ROI
lot.
must be crazy. It has to be insane.
Yeah.
I know they're like a big company now, but...
At least with today.
Mm-hmm. And, what is it? Microsoft owns them now, I guess, right? So now that billion is Microsoft's.
Oh, yeah, I think so. Yeah. Good for you, Microsoft.
The monopolization of the video game industry. It's coming. It's
Yep.
I've heard rumors that Sony bought Square Enix. Yeah.
Really?
It's just a rumor, but...
That would make sense.
They, like, sold off a lot of their IPs, actually. Yeah.
Really? Huh. Wasn't Sony trying to buy Bungie, too?
Yeah.
They did buy Bungie. Wow.
Yeah, remember, because it was like...
Shit.
I made the joke, because Xbox, they have Activision, which has Crash and Spyro. And now Sony has Bungie, which made, I believe, Halo 1 through 3. Which are, like, the best Halos.
This is Master Chief and...
So now, it's just funny that it's switched that way. Then there's Nintendo doing whatever the fuck Nintendo's doing.
Huh. Right, whatever.
Charging
the fuck
$50
Nintendo's
a month
doing.
for a subpar virtual console. Hot take.
Oof.
I do not care for it.
The N64 thing, yeah. I think I played like 10, 15 minutes of Mario 64 on it, and I was just like, eh.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, it's crazy that there's still people, like, playing it to this, like, speed running it. I get,
Yeah.
like, there.
My God.
I mean, speed running is its own thing that I could get into for a while, but like Mario alone, there's so many different categories for it. There's like getting every single star, and then there's like getting as few stars as possible using glitches to get to the end of the game. There's blindfolded. There's like blindfolded, glitchless, blindfolded, glitched. It's crazy, yeah. I mean, they're really fun to watch sometimes.
What the fuck?
But, you know, I played it too. I went back and played it
That's
a little
insane.
bit. I went through the first level and was like, oh, this is fun. But then, you know, there's another new shiny thing I can go look at. Like Zelda. I played that for a while. Would rather play the 3DS version.
Yeah, for Ocarina of Time.
That's probably a popular opinion. I mean, I like the one on the Switch, but I'd rather just play it on an N64. I'm a purist.
Right? That makes sense. Purist. More like a fucking hipster.
Yeah, I guess that would be a hipster thing. It's like, dude, what the fuck? You're playing Elden Ring? Dude. I'm like on the third fucking level of Banjo-Kazooie right now. Come on.
Dude, I've been playing GoldenEye solo, and the campaign's really good.
That's another thing. Banjo-Kazooie's on there. And it's like it's not even the superior version anymore. Like not even the one on the N64, because they remade it or like ported it to Xbox, so it's like in 1080. And it's, I mean, I played it recently on my Xbox when it runs super smooth, plays so much better. So it's like, why? The only reason I would play it on my Switch is if I only had the Switch as an option, and I didn't have the option to play. I'm sure even emulating it nowadays on PCs, you'd probably have a better experience than what Nintendo is offering right now.
Honestly. I shouldn't have upgraded my fucking
I know,
Switch.
I should have. I was fine with the Super Nintendo stuff. I mean, that stuff actually, I don't mind playing handheld. There was never a point in my... Well, I guess I played Ocarina of Time handheld, so I can't say that. But... I mean, I don't even really play my Switch handheld that much. Or at all, because my Joy-Con drift and I never fixed it.
Man. Yeah, I think mine's starting to drift too.
I'm just like, I'm not paying $80 for...
It's annoying.
If I ever take it to work, I have it usually sitting at a desk, so I just take it out and put it on I use that Wii U thing I got. That little stand.
Oh, nice.
And it works perfect.
That's awesome.
And then I bring my Pro Controller because the Joy-Cons suck. My hands are small, but they're like too big for the Joy-Cons.
Yeah. It's very
made
cramped.
For a small Japanese man's
The one thing I don't like...
Not insinuating all Japanese men are small, but it was made for one. Probably because it was made for kids.
Yeah.
Technically.
Yeah, that's more of... I think that's closer to what they had in mind. Kids and little tiny... small man.
I remember a customer asked me, because he saw me playing one once, and he was this like big burly guy, and he was like, I've been kind of thinking about getting one of those just so I have something to do when I'm not doing anything. And I was like, yeah, I'd recommend it, but if you're gonna... and I showed him the Joy-Cons, and I mean, he had like a big bear paw, very huge hand. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
I was like, if you're gonna get it, I would get the
full of calluses
Pro Controller. Or if you're just gonna play it like mobile, get
for
the
sure
one you're not gonna use on the dock. I guess that one has a dock too, doesn't it? You just can't take the Joy-Cons off. Does it? I don't know. The one with the new screen?
not too sure. Oh,
but it doesn't have. Oh wait, there's one with a new screen.
yeah.
And there's one with the Joy-Cons like attached to it, right? That you can't take off.
Oh yeah,
That's the one.
the
Does that one
Switch
have a
Lite
dock, or can you
is the
not
one
dock
with
that?
the yeah. I'm not too. I don't think you can dock it. I think it's just handheld. I could be wrong though. I haven't actually like seen one IRL, so.
Sorry, I didn't mean to
So,
derail
I
the
don't know.
conversation. This Nintendo whatever.
No, it's yeah. Nintendo, you guys you're on a decline right now. It's
Just release
Let's
a
start,
console that is a console.
yeah, right? Just go deep, make a super like heavy hardcore console.
Give me the option.
and
I mean,
then-
they've done it for ever. They always
Right.
had a mobile option and a console option. I mean, maybe that just isn't feasible in this day and age.
yeah,
Maybe they are going to do that and they're banking on everybody having a Switch, so they have like their mobile stuff and then they'll have like the Super Switch. I don't know. I really don't know those people.
yeah, that I could see it going more that direction just because there is more stuff that's come out for like, for example, the Switch Lite exists because it's like, hey, here's a Switch that's handheld. Remember, you can use handheld mode, and then they keep kind of pushing like, oh, the new one with the better screen. I think it has a better kickstand too on the back instead of it being the little fucking French fry rectangle. I think it's a big fat,
Mine
like,
broke.
hamburger bun stand.
Yeah, that's why.
Oh,
I have to
really?
Use the Wii U
That
thing.
sucks.
Just from use,
Man.
just from using it like that. And eventually
Yeah.
one day I just set it down and it just, and I didn't care enough to pop it back in.
Man,
Yeah.
that's all right. They'll get it. They'll get it together. I believe in you,
they're-
Nintendo.
They've
Don't
been
give
around
up.
since like the 1890s, so yeah, I hope so.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, sorry
Shit.
for that long. We
Hey,
cut it off at an hour, but I had to go on a Nintendo rant.
Nah, you're okay. I don't mind. The listeners probably cut it
If
off
they
at
made it
exactly
that
an
far,
hour, though,
yeah.
So that's if it's a big if.
I hope you did. If you made it this far, thank
All
you for
right.
listening. Or if you're just skipping to the end to hear what we have to say at the end, thank you for doing that as well. It probably still counts as a click, and I'm cool with that.
Yeah, me too. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, everybody who's
The true
who's out there in the
scumbags.
world. The true scumbags, one and all.